Hello and welcome. Today we are doing a pick a card reading to see what guidance Source has to help you multiply your money and speed up your money manifestations. So we are looking to 10 times or more your wealth here today. It's interesting because when I was getting set up to do this reading, the words financial overflow kept popping into my head, and I could tell it was coming from my collective. And then right when I hit record, it just started pouring outside, like overflow. We're in the middle of like spring / almost summer here, and just out of nowhere, just this overflow. So I'm going to take this as a sign that we are in great alignment to do this reading today, and that there is overflow waiting for you to access. And we're going to look at what's that one thing you can do today to access that financial overflow to 10 times your wealth, to multiply your money manifestations. This was a reading that was requested by a member of mine inside of the Wealth Vibe membership. So if you want to come join in and get access to exclusive mini money readings daily, money manifestation challenges and tools, and the ability to connect with me and like-minded people, and also that ability to suggest reading topics, then you are absolutely welcome to come join me and over 170 other members inside of the Wealth Vibe membership. That link is in the description and pinned comment below. It really is the place to be to speed up and multiply your money manifestations. Now, this is a timeless reading, so anytime you find this video is exactly when you need to hear this message. As we dive into this reading together, remember, as always, that you are the creator of your reality. So always take what you need from these readings, take what resonates, and leave what doesn't. Find your own truths, clarity, and alignment in these readings, whatever that looks like for you. And if you are new here, then welcome. I'm so glad you found this video and this channel. My name is Taylor Eaton. I am a wealth oracle and the author of the Wealthy Woman Oracle deck, which we will be using throughout our readings today. So a couple of notes for you before we dive in. First, I am currently running a huge sale to celebrate 6 years in my business. I have put my most popular programs on money manifestation, human design, and channeled messages on sale for ridiculously low rates. It has been so fun to see so many of you snag so many of these offers. And for the first time in a long time, I am offering ways to work with me privately to help you accelerate your abundance manifestations or to help you activate and monetize your spiritual gifts. Those private packages are up to 50% off right now, but spots are limited. Some have already filled at the time of recording this. So the sale on the private packages and my other programs, it only lasts through June 21st, so just a few more days. So don't wait if you want to get in on any of those amazing deals. I will put the link where you can see all the things I have on sale for you in the description and pinned comment below, so you can go check that out and shop the 6-year anniversary sale. And now our last reminder, the only place that I offer the option to purchase private one-off readings with me is inside of the Wealth Vibe membership. So please do not be scammed by anyone in the comments or on other social media platforms who is pretending to be me. I will never message you and ask you to pay me for a reading. I always allow people to come to me. So let's now run through the decks and their crystals so you can pick your reading if you haven't yet. Today we have deck 1, deck 2, and deck 3. For deck 1's crystal, this is Golden Rutile, which is a new one I just picked up. I'm loving this. You can see those golden lines running through this one. All of these crystals and most of my crystals come from Vampire Unicorns. They're a local shop near me, but they have their gemstones all listed online. And this is not an affiliate thing or anything. I just love them and love their crystals, so I will link them below if you are looking for a great place to get some good crystals. I believe they ship worldwide, I think. This pile 2 crystal is green amethyst. Pile 3's crystal is raw tiger's eye, which just has this beautiful, tiger's eye always has that kind of almost holographic looking effect to it when you move it in the light, and I love that you can even see that in the raw tiger's eye. We will be incorporating multiple decks into each of the readings, and I will list all of the decks used in this video in the description below. You can absolutely watch more than one of the readings if more than one deck or crystal is calling to you. That just means that there is guidance for you in each of those readings. So pause the video if you need to here. Take however long you need to tune into which deck or decks or crystals are calling to you, and then use the timestamps below in the description to jump to whichever reading you are called to. Hello, deck number 1. We are going to dive into your reading to see what you can do to multiply your money. I'm looking for like the one thing you can do more of, or the one thing you need to hear, or maybe the couple things that are going to help you make those shifts, those tweaks that are going to just open those floodgates to abundance, to 10 times or more your income, your wealth, your money. I'm so excited. So as we shuffle here, I just want to remind you all that my 6-year business anniversary sale is happening now through June 21st. So just another few days. My most popular program's on sale. There's rare opportunities to work with me privately at a really steal of a price. But those are filling up. They might even be full at this point in time. If you see them listed on the sales site, there's still at least one left. And yeah, so I'll put the link for my 6-year sale below for you to check out. It's just all things money manifestation, human design, channel messages, and more. I've created so much over the years. I'm excited to get to share some things with you all at the lowest rates they've ever been at. So go check that out if you are looking to really get serious about speeding up those money manifestations. All right, I just want to know, I'm opening this up to just see what source has for you here. We have bring a gentle touch with our deer spirit, snake spirit, time to heal. We also have cow spirit, the miracles are endless. All right, my loves, we're going to get some more clarity on these, but the first thing that's coming through for you, deck 1, as to what you can be doing, right? What can you do? What shift can you make to bring more money into, to multiply your money? There's some healing that needs to happen, right? There's always healing. Let's be clear. There's always healing. We can always heal. But what I'm getting is that you're being called by Source to heal. Heal yourself in a different way. I get that there's been some healing, but it's kind of been like some rough healing on your end, or some healing that feels like it's kind of put you through the ringer. And now it's time to shift and allow a kind of gentler healing to take place at a more sustainable pace. And I'm even getting, actually, this is very interesting, that for you, you've come to a point now in your journey with healing. My guides are saying you've come to a point now in your journey with healing that there isn't that much more that you need to heal right now within yourself. That's why we're getting this kind of like bring a gentle touch to your healing, right? But it's actually that you've gone through so much and healed so much, whether consciously or not. You've grown so much, you've healed so much, you've changed so much, that now you're coming to a point where it's time to start bringing this healing to others. This could mean that you start doing more healing work. If you are an energy worker, a light worker, a coach, you might start looking at certifications or programs in different healing modalities, energy healing. You could be an actual, someone who's in the medical field, or I'm seeing a lot of medicinal healing, right? So this could be, like apothic stuff, herbalism. It also could be, going through medical school, or something a little bit more in Western medicine as well. But even those of you who don't feel like you are called to be healers, there's something about like what you've healed in yourself is going to help heal so many people around you. It's meant to heal other people around you. And that's actually the key to, I'm getting a lot of downloads for you. That's actually the key to the abundance you seek. And it could be, again, that you monetize some healing, right? Your healing abilities. I see you're very gifted. You're a gifted healer. Like my collective's like, don't beat around the bush, tell them what they are. You're a healer. You're an insanely gifted healer, deck 1. And it might only be recently that you're starting to identify with this label as a healer, or start to see how you have traits or aspects of yourself that are very healing to others, right? You don't necessarily have to be a healer by profession or have it be something you monetize or offer as a service, but anything you do, almost, when we say like the Midas touch, like everything, someone has a Midas touch, everything they touch, everything they interact with turns to gold. You have a healing touch. You have a healing touch. Everything you touch, everyone you engage with, you have this ability to heal them. Whether you try, I get that you do this whether you try to or not now, and I think you've always had this is what I'm getting to some degree, but it's only recently in the healing that you've been doing that you have that you've unlocked this new level where it's this effortless healing wherever you go. Wherever you go, you heal others. You're like your energy, your presence, the way you carry yourself, your sense of humor, what you do, your passions, what you're creative about, the way you speak about things, the words you use, the frequencies they carry. Everywhere you go, when you are in alignment with your highest self, when you're allowing yourself to see yourself as a healer, and you're also allowing yourself to just follow your inner guidance and do what feels best to you, you step into this healer frequency and energy. And no matter what you do, whether it's conscious or not, or you try it or not, you heal people around you. This is like a superpower you have. Wow. This is a superpower you have that's awakened recently because of all the healing you've done. You've healed something enough, and I'm getting that it was like generationally, ancestrally as well. You've healed something so much that's healed so much of your past and your past lineage, that like the spirit realm, your ancestors have gifted you or helped awaken this deeper level, this deeper gift or superpower of healing within you. And I know this is reading about money, and believe me, this is getting there, but my collective is really, really wanting you to understand how precious, how valuable, how divine your healing ability is, how exceptional it is. How much, I just keep getting, you're like a balm to people's souls. And it's recently that this is unlocked on this deep level. And Source, my collective, they're saying it's time for you to consciously start tapping into this. And again, the way I kind of touched on this already, but the way you're going to consciously tap into this new superpower you have, this deeper gift you have for healing others, whether it's with your words, your work, just your energy, your humor, your art, your the way you dress, like maybe that could be liberating or permission slip for people or heal something them, right? Everything you do is infused with this healing energy. Wow, deck 1. I feel honored to be doing this reading for you. You're a master healer. You're becoming one. And the way that you get to really turn that on and that it's going to lead to more wealth for you is every day bringing a gentle touch to yourself and allowing yourself to follow what truly lights you up in each moment. What brings you almost to the sense of inner peace? I'm getting so much peace, especially from these cards here, right? So much peace, so much gentleness. How can you be so gentle with yourself each day and each moment? Even if you have to go to a job you don't like going to, what would make that a little bit better for you and a little bit more enjoyable? Would it be listening to some music while you work? Would it be taking a walk at your lunch hour instead of sitting and talking to, your coworkers who seem to drain you? Like what is within your power to just bring a little bit more gentleness, a little bit of almost like romanticism to your life in every moment? And when you can live from this space, like I said, you're living in alignment with your higher self more and more and more. And the more in alignment with your higher self, your inner self, your intuition, your inner guidance, whatever you want to call it, the more in alignment with that you are by just looking each moment for how to be gentle with yourself, deck 1. Oh my gosh, then the miracles are endless. That's the more that you naturally are in your healing energy, that everything you do carries that healing energy from that place more and more. And as you do that, miracles open up for you, opportunities open up for you, because you will see that you have, with your healing energy that's infused into everything you do, when you're in alignment with what you would make you feel the best in this moment, to the best of your ability, when you do that gently, each moment, your energy, your ability to infuse everything you do without even thinking, just second nature, right? But your ability to infuse everything you do with this healing, beautiful energy, it transforms everyone and everything around you. The way other people treat you, you will start to see changes. The way people talk to you will start to change. I'm seeing that you're going to get so much more respect coming to you as you start to consciously do this in the next few months, right? Like your life, oh my gosh, I'm getting like 10 months from now. Now that's kind of far out, but 10 months your life is going to look so different from how it looks now. Completely different. If you just keep each moment being like, what would just bring me a little more gentle, romantic joy in my life? Like when I say romantic, like romanticizing your life, right? Like just a little gentle joy, a little gentle, what would feel just gently better, a little bit better right now. Oh my gosh, your healing energy will start to I see it like creeping out, expanding out, radiating out from you, and just touching everyone and transforming your whole life. This is so cool. I am so excited for you. Oh my goodness. Truly, deck 1, like that's going to unlock these amazing miracles. Your money's going to come in faster. It's going to be so much more than you can imagine, because again, you might actually monetize or shift into a niche or add in a service or something like that, of actually monetizing your healing gifts. But for a lot of you, it'll just be that you'll start to see that, for example, that boss that you always thought was against you and would never give you that promotion, the more you talk to them, the more they pick up without realizing it on your healing build. Is you're healing your relationship with them. You heal them just by being your best self, because your healing gifts are unlocked and at their fullest activation when you are pouring from like an overflow. Oh my gosh, there's that word overflow from at the very beginning of the reading. That's why that was coming through. You start beginning to heal others and pour from this place of overflow. Your cup is overflowing because you're overflowing with gentle joy, fulfillment, right? You've healed so much. Deck 1, you've come so far. And now your healing is going to start spilling out onto others, into everything you do, and opening doors and transforming people. And then they're going to want to give you opportunities, pay raises, promotions, connections, money, right? Like this is the key for you to 10 times a year. Wow. I get that some of you aren't going to see this connection, and I really ask you to go back and listen to what I just said of how this all trickles out, because sometimes people come to these readings, right, and they're like, how is me healing and bringing joy into what I do going to manifest me money? And it's because it's all connected. It's all connected, right? I want to point out too, we have some repeating numbers. The 5s were jumping out at me. 5, 5, and 5 here, right? So 5s could be repeating. Also, we have 4, 4 right on top of 5, 5. Just saying. So lots of some nice angel numbers here for you. These might be a sign for some of you. For some of you is what I'm getting. Always settle for more. Don't quit your daydream. So really interesting here. Normally, like this is, don't quit your daydream, or like don't give up on your dreams typically. But what's coming through for me with this card is, again, I see so many of you who are in this pile in a day job. Not all of you, right? Some of you are entrepreneurs, or money comes to you through some other means. But for a lot of you who are in a day job, don't quit your day job right now if you're looking for that sign. Instead, see what bringing healing energy, or this gentle love, this gentleness with yourself and fulfillment of yourself into your day-to-day life at work does to transform it. If you know a job is unaligned for you, you might still leave it. That might still be the aligned path. But for a lot of you, you'll be surprised by how much your job transforms, how much you transform it, your energy transforms it, as you just keep moment by moment, like in any moment, what would just make this moment 1% or 5% better that I can do right now? And listening to that inner guidance, because that just brings more of your overflow to you and allows your healing energy to spill out from you and transform complete situations. And I like see 180s, especially with 18 here. I see 180s for you in your business, in your career, right? If you're thinking of quitting something that you've built or worked at for a long time, give it just a little bit longer with this new energy and focus for a couple weeks, at least a few weeks. I'm getting like 3 to 5 weeks. If that's feasible for you, right? Now, of course, if you know, like, I need to leave and it's toxic, like, go ahead. But for a lot of you, I'm getting this guidance to, like, see how any tricky situations that you're encountering right now around career or finances, give those a chance to transform as you now consciously start to bring your healing overflow energy to them, right? Because there's more available. There's more available for you there. Again, you might still end up leaving those situations. That's okay. This isn't saying like this is the job or the thing you're in is currently the ticket. It's just saying there's more available to you there that you haven't been able to see or access, that's going to become available to you as you start to bring this healing energy to the forefront, this fulfillment to the forefront, and it transforms situations. I see for a lot of you, like, difficult coworkers are either going to completely transform how they feel about you, and they're going to be like your new work bestie, or they're going to just leave and be like, I found something else, bye, and they're just going to be like gone like that. Like, I see obstacles, I see challenges just dissolving. Like, you're going to be amazed at how much you bringing this little bit of intention to just incrementally bring more gentleness into your life every moment. Like, you're going to just be amazed at your power. I see 222 for you. Someone asked me recently where I see these numbers. They're often on my phone, either time or payments coming through, or sometimes I have a timer going so I know how long I've been channeling. Otherwise I'd talk for an hour, right? So that's just so those of you who are curious about where the numbers come from. But yeah, it's 222 right now is the time. And yeah, I'm just seeing that you're going to be amazed at how much transforms all these obstacles that dissolve. And it's going to be such evidence of your power and the power you have, the impact you have through this gentle energy that you've cultivated within yourself, your gentle knack for healing effortlessly, right? There's more available. That's really, really cool. All right, let's see if there's more guidance for you here. What else does deck one need to know? The 10 times their income, their money, their speed up their money manifestations. Accept help. Tell me more about this card source. Where can I accept help from? Ask my collective for a little more guidance here. The orchestrator. Let me get one more card on this. I want to get a very clear read because I feel like this is really important for you to hear. I'm laughing because this Catalyst card is all about awakening spiritual gifts and how we've just been talking about your healing gifts and this new level of them that have been unlocking. But here's what's interesting here. The Orchestrator card, right, is all about being like this leader. These are my Wealthy Woman cards from my deck that I created. The Orchestrator card is all about, you taking this very masculine energy and like being the orchestrator of your life and taking those aligned, really bold actions. I get that you've been doing that for a while. And in some ways you feel like you're in this all alone. It could have even been in your healing that you felt like you've been in it alone, because truly healing is an inside job. And it is something no one else can do for you. You can have mentors and guides and people like me who can help facilitate the healing. But at the end of the day, your healing is still your healing to do, right? So that could be where some of this is, where you felt very isolated, very like you've been in this alone on your healing journey. It also could just be in your financial or career journey where you feel like it's all on you. And I'm also getting like, if you want things done right, you have to do them yourself. Those sorts of mentalities, just feeling very isolated in all the action you've been taking inwardly and outwardly. And the universe, my guides, my collective are all coming in. They're just saying that there's so much more help available to you than you realize. It's okay to accept help from others, and that actually that can be very healing for you and for them. And the more that you start to accept help, so again, this relates to this initial message, right, of the big thing you can do to 10 times your money manifestations, your wealth, is to bring this gentle, intentional, like incremental joy into your life, which allows that healing, that effortless healing, to overflow and just transform your reality. But also with your own healing, it's okay, because like I said at the beginning, it's a journey, so it's still ongoing. But with your own healing, it's okay to ask for help, right? This is an interesting thing. Often, as people who are healers, or even like coaches, mentors, people who are guides, right? We often think that we have to be perfect, or we have to be whole and complete. We have to be fully healed. We have to be we already have to have learned it all in order to help others. And my collective here is really saying that the learning never stops. It never stops. This universe is always expanding. You're always expanding. You're never done learning. You're never done healing. There's always more to learn, deeper levels to learn it at. There's always more to heal, deeper levels to heal it at. You are whole enough to help others, is what I'm getting. And if you know that's not true for you right now, then ask for the help to get to that point. But for most of you, like 99% of those who clicked this pile, my guides are telling me that if this rings true for you, then it's true for you. You are whole enough already to step into this role of being a healer. And it's okay to ask for help as you need it along your path, because you'll always need help. You never get to a point where you're healed so much that the rest of your life you never need help with anything. That's not how this works. It's not how life works. That's not how humanity works. That's not how growth and healing works, right? It's like we're all in this together. We're all one. We're all connected. Allow help from others, right? You're not in it alone, and there's more help available to you than you think there is. So don't be afraid to ask for help when you need it, and don't be afraid to, admit when you need your own healing, even though you're healing others. That's okay. Just because you're still healing doesn't mean you can't help others heal too, because you're never done healing. If we all waited till we were done healing, or we knew everything in order to help or teach other people or guide people, no one would ever be healing or helping or teaching or guiding anyone, because you can't know it all. You can't ever be done learning. You can't ever be done growing and healing. You just can't. So the moment you accept this truth of that it's all a journey, all of life, everything is a journey, and nothing's truly linear. The moment you accept that, the more you can start accepting help, and the deeper new and existing gifts become available to you. So I get that this healing gift you have will become deeper the more that you accept help, and the faster it'll transform your reality, the faster it'll call more riches to you. But also, deck one, you have more gifts waiting to be awakened. You have a lot more gifts waiting to be awakened. Yeah. I see at least 3 to 5 more gifts in the next few years. That's an insane amount. You have a lot of gifts waiting to be awakened. They might be spiritual, like soul gifts. They could just be kind of finding new natural propensities and knacks for things. For a lot of you, they're going to be spiritual gifts. I see a lot of you activating more of your clairs, your psychic gifts, right? But there's a lot of gifts similar to this healing gift you have. There's so many other gifts waiting to be awakened, and they will, the thing that will awaken them, and also there'll be things that help you create more money, right? More wealth. Again, either because you're directly monetizing them or because of their ability to transform your reality into a richer one, right? And just the impact in the way you carry yourself, right? And your point of attraction changes. The more gifts you have awakened, it changes you, right? So the moment that you start accepting help and accepting yourself as well, that you are not, you're never going to be perfect. You're never going to be whole, but you're perfect and whole enough as you are, right? Like you're never going to be perfect and whole in your ego's concept of what those words mean. You are already perfect and whole because you are source. You are the divine in a body experiencing itself, right? So you're already enough is what source really wants you to know. You're already enough. And just because there's more healing for you, that doesn't mean that you can't help others. And actually that healing is the pathway to more gifts, more abundance. And it's also important for you to know that you're not in alone. You don't need to isolate yourself in the healing, right? That's how you isolate yourself from everything. I just had to go grab my tarot deck. I wasn't going to pull this one today, but it was really calling me from across the room. So let's grab some last cards for you from it for deck one. Okay, we have our Two of Pentacles reversed, but then we also have our Page of Pentacles upright. So I'm seeing that if you have any stories, deck one, around feeling like you've maybe burned out in the past, or you have felt like you haven't been able to find the thing that you can really commit to that really feels aligned to you, or you've just felt like, for some reason I'm getting that you can't trust yourself either to heal others or to even, I'm getting like, have the wealth you desire. This is a common fear that honestly comes up with a lot of people I do private one-off readings for in my Wealth Vibe membership. A lot of people come to me and they say, I've realized that I don't trust myself to handle the wealth when it comes in because I'm going to give it all away or I'm going to spend it, or, like there's just this fear of managing an influx of money, which is not something we often think about. So if there's any sense of this concept within yourself that it's not safe to have the wealth you desire, or you're overwhelmed by it, or that you can't trust yourself, or even just that, the belief that having more money is going to require you to be burnt out or exhausted or overwhelmed, overcommitted. That's something also that I see that you've healed a lot around, and it's now a matter of releasing that story because you've healed underneath it so much. And moving forward, I see you really, like, this Page of Pentacles is such a beautiful, I mean, it's visually beautiful. It's also a beautiful card to see to end this reading with, because I see that moving forward with all this healing you've done, and as you accept more help as well, and you allow your spiritual gifts to awaken and you own them, you're going to manifest so much more wealth for yourself. And it's going to, again, it's going to come through some really cool opportunities from others, but it's going to all feel very grounded and centered. And this is the other thing that my collective is really giving me to share with you, is that do not rush. Yeah, I just saw 2, 3, 4. We have some sequential numbers for the time here. So it's like, it's everything's happening in divine alignment. Everything is happening in the right order. It should. Don't be worried if you feel like things start to move incrementally. You're going to start to see movement, especially as you bring more gentle joy and gentle touch and healing to everything around you, and you ask for help where you need it, and see yourself as whole in your journey and where you are right now and at all times, and allow your gifts to awaken. Your reality is going to transform. We've talked about those 180s. You're going to have tons of opportunities for money falling in your lap, people giving you opportunities, money, raises, promotions, things like that. But it might start out a little bit slow at first, but then it's going to snowball. But the beautiful thing about that is that you will feel very grounded in it, because it won't be overwhelming. It won't be this overwhelming shift. And again, now I'm understanding why I was given the guidance to tell you to incrementally, a little bit more joy in this one, just a 1% happier, 1% more fulfilled, 1% more romanticized, 1% more gentle and joyful, right? In any moment, whenever you can bring your consciousness, your conscious awareness to do that, right? Throughout your day. And as you make that a habit, you're going to see your world will start to transform slowly over the next couple weeks, and then it snowballs, and then it's like exponential. But you're being guided in this like stepping stone ladder kind of way, deck one, so that it isn't a complete shock to your nervous system. It's like a lot of us think we want to win the lotto, or we want to have this windfall of money overnight, but so few of us can actually hold that and handle it. It's actually much easier to calibrate when we talk about linear time, as money starts to come in a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more and a little more, and then it snowballs, and then you can handle it and you can adjust to it because you've been kind of led into it naturally, energetically, right? So that's how I see this coming for you, is, again, 10 timesing your money manifestations, 10 times in your wealth, snowballing it, but allowing it, don't rush it. Allow it to come in its own time. That's how it's meant to. That's how it's lined up for you. That's the track you're on with this guidance, right? So that's very, very exciting, and it's really reassuring. And honestly, the times that I've had like crazy quantum leaps in my business and in my income have been so fun, but they're a lot harder to hold. Personally, I've had months where I've had huge leaps in income, like 2K to 20K months, and then I did it for a month or two, and then I wobbled, and then it dipped, and then I had to figure out how to get back there, and there was all this intense healing. And it's like, again, for you, your journey is, it's like I'm seeing this very steady upward climb for you from here on out, which is really, really cool if you're willing to take this this guidance and actually implement it, right? So very, very cool reading, deck one. I'm very excited for you. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and comment below letting me know what you took from it and how it resonated. I always really appreciate getting to see your comments and hearing how these readings connect with you. It means the world to me. You are, of course, if you're not already, welcome to subscribe to my channel for future card readings for abundance. If you want to shop my 6 years in business anniversary sale to get my most popular money, human design, and business programs at the lowest prices they've been all year, plus the chance to grab one of the few spots I have to work with me privately at up to 50% off. The link for the sale is in the description and pinned comment below. I will also put the link for the Wealth Vibe membership below if you're looking for more community and daily tools for manifesting more wealth into your life, and also just the opportunity to connect with me in a really low cost and super high vibe community way. That link is below as well for you for the Wealth Vibe. And if you want to order your copy of the Wealthy Woman Oracle deck so you can get divine guidance on demand for all things money and abundance, that link is below as well. With all of that being said, I am wishing you massive prosperity, healing, gentle joy, and abundance, and I'll see you in another video very soon. Bye! Hello, deck number 2. We are going to dive into your reading to see what you can do to multiply your money. So what is that little tweak you can make, or that thing you can focus on or do more of to speed up your money manifestations, to look into at least 10 times your income, your wealth, your desires, right? So I'm really excited to see what comes up. As I was setting up your pile here, I got this like whoosh of just like lightness, light positivity, right? So I'm really excited to see what comes through for you. As we are starting to shuffle, just a heads up, a reminder for you that my 6-year business anniversary sale is happening now through June 21st. So just for the next couple days, my most popular programs are on sale at ridiculously low prices, and I'm offering some really rare opportunities to work privately with me at up to 50% off. But at the time of recording this, which is at least a few days before post, a lot of those spots are gone. So if you want to grab one and you still see it available on my site, definitely don't hesitate to reach out. Oh my goodness. So I will put the link for my 6-year sale below for you to check out all the things money manifestation, human design, and more that I have on sale. That's in the description and link below. We already had your first card come out here, which is Trust Your Wings. Let's see what else showed up for you. Own your star. 2, 2, 2. Just saying. And flock together. 2, 2, 2, 3, 4. All right, my loves. What did I say about lightness? Right? I felt this whoosh of lightness. I am getting from my collective that the thing that's going to help you multiply your money, multiply your income, multiply your wealth, is really trusting yourself more. I do see trusting your inner guidance, but I'm getting more of even just trusting how capable you are. And I know this sounds like such a small thing and a thing that on the surface doesn't very much look related to money, but I'm smiling because I got even more clarity as I was saying that. My collective was really showing me this message for you is all about building up your confidence in yourself and what you're capable of. I'm getting that imposter syndrome, feeling like you're not good enough or not qualified to do what you want to do, especially career-wise, to charge what you want to charge in your business, perhaps, to apply for that job or that raise. There's imposter syndrome that makes you feel like you, in some way, aren't enough or at the point where you can be getting the wealth, the success that you desire, at least not the way you think you need to go about it. And the universe is saying, this is really cool. You've got it. You've got it. I see this, own your star. I don't always get this message when this card comes up, but right now it's very much, you have the it factor. You have the it factor, but you don't even know it. You don't even know it. And if you think you know it, you don't know the depths of it. Deck 2. Like, I am getting, like, and I'm saying I see you because I see the energy that's being shown to me. Like with my clairvoyancy, I have all 4 of my clairs activated, and I'm getting this such a clear image of you, your energy, right? Not what you look like physically, but just your energy is this ball of light, like this amazing ball, bright. You shine so brightly, I can see it. This is what my collective's giving me, this image of your energy, your soul. You shine so brightly, but you don't even see it. You don't realize how much of a star you are. And when I say star, that can mean you have star potential, star quality, potential to be famous if you want that, to have celebrity and influence. But I'm talking about for all of you in all life situations, you shine, but you don't realize it. And then you potentially downplay it or sabotage it or dim it down. I see you dimming down to try to fit in with everyone else. My loves, deck 2. Also, I didn't realize 2 were the first cards out, right? 2 is a sign for you, right? But deck 2, you were never meant to be like everybody else. And I say that in the best possible way. You were never meant to be like everybody else because you were meant to shine so much brighter in this lifetime. You are meant to be a star, whether it's a star of your community, the star of your own life, the star of the world, right? It's for those of you watching, this will vary because this is a collective reading, and I'm getting that we have a lot of different kinds of levels of desires and life paths for people who want to be super famous versus people who just want to be like the best in their field or one of the greats at what they do, right? Rather than recognized globally. Like there's no right or wrong level of kind of this like fame, this shine that you want to have. Whatever feels right to you is right. But you're meant to, no matter where you go and no matter what you do, be a star. You're meant to shine brightly. You're meant to stand out because you have so much to share with others. You have so much to share with others that's going to lift them all up with you. You're very much a leader, a guide, an activator. So 555 on my phone is confirmation for you. You're meant to be a star in everything you do. And it's time for you, right? And this is the thing. This is what my collective saying is the more that you start to really trust in yourself, to believe in yourself, to believe that you are good enough, to foster that confidence that you can do whatever you want to do, that you've got what it takes, that you've got it, that you are special enough, that you're deserving of. The more that you start to do that, that's what unlocks the wealth. Like, I cannot tell you, because I've been in this work for over 6 years now, right? 6-year anniversary in business. I've been doing this work with people to help them manifest more money. I've done business coaching. I've done consulting. I've done energy work. I've done healing work on people, like energy healing work on people. I've done human design for money. That was a huge part of my business for a long time, looking at how different people are designed to call in more wealth energetically and strategically. Like, I have done so much. I've created an oracle deck, a guided journal that's come out. Like, I've done so much in so many different realms and helped thousands of people to manifest more wealth into their lives. And I will tell you that the amount of times that the thing that's missing in people is just the confidence. The amount of times that that's the case and that's the thing they need to turn on in order to get the wealth they desire, that's like, it's more than half the time. Okay? And that's where you're at. You've got everything. You've done enough. You've learned enough. It doesn't mean you stop learning. It doesn't mean you stop growing, right? We always can keep learning and growing. I talked a lot about this in pile 1. So if you want to watch that, you can, but this is a very different message. You've learned and done enough. Stop hiding behind the story or the excuse of I need to learn more. I need to do more. I need to become more in order to then go out and do that thing I want to do or apply for that job or launch that business or raise my rates or offer this thing or do this pivot or, apply for this or that. Like, stop waiting and trust your wings. Stop waiting and trust that you have what it takes. Stop waiting and trust that you're capable. Like, the energy that's coming through with this is so forceful. Like, my collective is like, my Arrow collective is so, they are like, how do you not see it? They're saying, how do you not see what we see? They know, but it's just that rhetorical question. How do you not see what we see in you? How do you not see what others around you, other people around you see in you? It's time to start seeing that. Start seeing yourself through the lens of your greatest fan, right? Start looking for the good in yourself. You are enough. This is your sign to go for it. My collective is saying, this message should feel like a relief. And if it doesn't, then either go pick a different pile, or because maybe you're not ready for this yet, but really for most of you, if this doesn't feel like a relief to hear that you've got it, and now it's just about believing in yourself and actually believing you can do anything you want because this world is limitless and, there's why the only limits you really put on yourself are from you, right? Like, if that doesn't feel like a relief to hear that you've got everything and it's just about trusting it and having that almost blind confidence in yourself to be able to figure out and handle and achieve whatever it is you want to or whatever comes your way. If that doesn't feel like a relief, then take a moment, pause this video and connect with yourself. Connect with your higher self. Connect with God, whatever resonates for you. But find that still inner place and connect with that part of you and come home to the truth of yourself. Come home to the truth that you are a cosmic miracle. Deck 2. The odds of you being here are infinitesimally small, and yet here you are alive and having experienced and learned so much. and having so much to offer others. I'm getting that whatever stories you have that you are not good enough in some way, it's the opposite is true. The opposite is true. And those stories are purely coming from the part of you, the egoic part that doesn't want to change, because that means that your life will change when you change. When you start believing in yourself, your life is going to change. And that's scary to the part of us that fears change, right? That we associate change as being something that's unknown and therefore scary. Everything you want, you can have when you start believing the opposite of what your ego is telling you, because objectively, from a higher realm, a higher dimension, my collective is looking at you and saying every negative thing you believe about yourself is the opposite of what's actually true about you. If you believe that you're not qualified enough, you are more than qualified. You're just not looking at it from the right angle. If you believe that you don't know enough to make X amount of money or charge X amount of money or run that business, you actually know more than enough. You could even charge more, right? Really cool. It's all a lie, right? The Alchemist, what'd I say, right? You've been through so much in this lifetime. Deck 2. You've been through so much, and now it's time to alchemize everything you've been through into confidence, right? Look at how much you've overcome. Look how much you've overcome, how much you've done, how much you've learned, how much you've achieved, how much you've grown, how much you've healed in the last years, decades, your entire life. Deck 2. Look at all of that and transmute, use that as to fuel your confidence in yourself. You've survived every day up until this one, and you'll continue to survive many more and overcome them and conquer them and come out victorious if you just look at how far you've come and use that to bolster your trust in yourself. And your trust in what it is you want to do. The artisan card here, right? Your trust in, I just saw 222 for you again. We just had payment come through that amount. This is amazing, you guys. Twos are everywhere. I'm getting that you have this duality of choice, right? With our twos, you have this duality of choice of, do you want to keep believing in the fears and the lies and the things you tell yourself you're not capable of and the excuses, or do you want to choose to believe in the things that empower you, in your own power? You have the potential, and in the last reading on this channel, I'll link it above here. That's in a card for you above, but the last reading on this channel, I believe this artisan card came up, so if you came from that pile, let me know here that you're seeing this again. But in that, I think it was pile, I'm not going to say which one in case you want to go back and watch that one, but I know which pile it was. And that was a pile where I said a lot of you watching that pile are meant to be masters at your craft, and that's, again, what I'm seeing here is that everything you've been through has prepared you, more than qualified you to be a master at what it is that you want to do to bring in money and be successful at. So that thing that you think is out of reach for you, that income level, that job, that promotion, is available to you, and all that you're missing is the confidence that you are qualified, that you're good enough, that you can get it. Trust your wings. Believe in yourself. The amount of times, like I said, I was saying this earlier, but the amount of times that I've seen people manifest so much money on blind confidence alone, let alone lacking skills, let's be clear. I've seen people manifest insane amounts of money, insane positions and jobs that they are objectively, at least observably, not qualified for, at least in my opinion. And yet they do it with blind confidence. You have the qualifications. You have the goods. You have the star quality. You have everything. You stand out. You're meant to elevate everybody. You have it all. Believe in yourself. You've got it all. You are more than qualified. Can you imagine how far you're going to go? How high you're going to fly? How much money's going to come in and how fast when you actually get on board with yourself? When you actually believe in yourself? Yeah. So much. Deck 2. It's time to stop playing small. You have what it takes. You have the goods. You're gonna elevate so many people once this clicks for you, for some of you it's clicking right now as I'm speaking, which is amazing. Run with that, right? For some of you, this is gonna click a little later. You're gonna look at all the stuff you could even journal on and do an inventory of everything you've overcome and achieved in your whole life, big and small, and be like, oh my God, how did I not see how amazing I am? before this, right? Like, but you're going to start to shift this. And as it clicks, like, you are going to be amazed at how quickly things change for you. How quickly the money comes in, how quickly your life transforms, how much more focused you get on what you want. I'm seeing so much more clarity for you. You're going to have so much more clarity of what you even want. For some of you, I see that you're like, I know I want more money. I don't know that I believe that I can have it. But I also, because I don't know how it's going to come, I don't know how I want to make it. I don't have a passion. I don't know what excites me. I don't know what path to take. It's like the path will come the more confidence you cultivate in yourself. Again, this is like the one thing that you're just saying, focus on this right now. This is the one thing that's going to 10 times multiply your wealth, your money manifestations. Confidence. Build that confidence in yourself. I don't even want to say fake it till you make it, because you don't need to fake it, because you have the goods to back it up, deck 2. But there is something to be said for trying on confidence, because it's a way of being. It's almost an identity you step into, a self-concept, right? It's a quality you can cultivate within yourself. For some reason, I'm being guided to share this. Back when I was in middle school, was like the start of my personal development journey. I stumbled on like a lot of, quantum manifestation, things like that. So this has been literally at least 2 decades of my life. And I remember coming across, and I've tried to find it since, and I haven't, and maybe with the power of the internet you will find this if any of you feel called to look for this, but I found this blog. It was on like some old website with these like old graphics. This was back in like 2001 or something, I'm dating myself here, but really, I found this. I can't remember. I was going through middle school, and I was going through some, your self-confidence issues and stuff at that age, and I came across a blog post on a website where someone was talking about how the guidance they got a long time ago was to be as confident as a pig in a cape. And there was this little graphic, this little crummy, computer graphic of a pig standing on its hind legs, like almost like a superhero wearing a cape. And it was just this funny little image, but that image embedded itself in my head. And I, for a while, my like 14-year-old self going through all her, puberty and everything and hormonal changes and all the self-doubt that comes along with middle school, I would often come back to that image and that almost mantra of like, as confident as a pig in a cape. And this image came back up for me a few years ago, or like just this last year. And it was like, I hadn't thought about it in so long, but that truly transformed so much for me and opened so many doors for me when I started just acting confident. And then I started to find more evidence to support and justify my confidence within myself and how amazing I was. And that's what I want for you. And that's what that's what my collective is saying, is like, you don't have to act as if, but try it on, almost like a confidence cape, almost like just be so boldly and wildly and unapologetically confident in who you are, because you'll only ever be you in this lifetime. You might as well get on board with who you are and all the amazing things you've done, and watch how that changes your life, but also changes you and changes your focus and gives you that clarity. Because I see that for a lot of you, the focus you feel you've been lacking, whether it's motivation or the next right step or what the aligned path is to money for you or the strategy or whatever, the focus you feel you've been lacking is actually coming from this lack of confidence in yourself. It's a symptom of it. But the more you start to lean into this and realize what a true, absolute miracle and rock star you are, deck 2, because I can see that this is a gift from me. I can see energy. I can see people's potential, and I can see where they're blocked from it. I can see when they're not living up to it and how to shift that and help them get there and get out of their own way. This is why I got into coaching. This is why I've helped so many people, is because I can see this in people, especially when I connect on an individual level with someone. I can see very quickly their potential and how they can reach it and see what they're not seeing in themselves. And I can tell you that in you, I see this energy. I'm being shown this energy of how much, like, it is otherworldly what you can accomplish in a very short amount of time, in this lifetime, in the next couple of years. And how quickly things can change and how much more focused you'll become when you actually lean into just unapologetically thinking you're the best thing since sliced bread. This doesn't mean anyone's beneath you. It doesn't mean that you're better than anyone. It doesn't mean that you're a jerk to anyone. It just means that you fully celebrate yourself and everything that you are capable of and everything you have, and you back yourself 100%. and other people will do the same, and doors will open. Like most people lack confidence. So when someone with true confidence comes in, they are magnetized to it, and they will open doors for you, and they will hire you. They will offer you jobs. They'll pay you on the spot. It's just like, it's amazing what happens when you activate that within yourself. It's there. It's waiting to be activated. I feel like, I already pulled from the Wealthy Woman card, but I felt called to pull another one for you. Financial flow. This is the key to getting that consistent income or consistently increasing income for you, or money coming in. This is the key that's going to unlock your financial flow. Deck 2 is confidence. I know it sounds so simple, but oh my gosh. This is the thing. Like, this is the missing piece for you. Trust the great mystery. Oh my gosh, that's so beautiful. Whale spirit. And we have vulture spirit. Nothing is wasted. Again, all those things that happened in the past, that felt like they weren't leading you anywhere, or felt like they were challenges. It was all like almost like honing you to show you the strongest parts of yourself, the greatest parts of yourself, the gifts you have, the skills you have, like everything, even things that I see you coming up against right now, any challenges you're coming up against now, it's not a mistake and it's not an accident. It's not a test. It's more of an opportunity. I'm seeing everything in your life has been this divine opportunity to help you extract, to help you see, to help you hone all the best parts about yourself. And it's so interesting because I'm getting that for so many of you, you've been waiting to see the best parts of yourself, but the universe has been trying to show you the best parts of yourself over and over and over. And honestly, I'm getting that once you finally learn this lesson, you start to, again, look back on all the things you've achieved and overcome. I saw 22 for you. It was on my phone. Oh my goodness. So much alignment. Lots of 2s, my loves. That will be an ongoing confirmation for you from source if that resonates with you. Here's the thing. So many of you have been waiting to see and waiting almost for permission to believe that you're good enough, you've been waiting to get there. You've been waiting to make it. You've been waiting to feel almost like, a lot of us, I know this is something I've experienced. Sometimes you look around and you're like, I'm an adult. What? How did this happen? I think I'm still a teenager, right? Like, you don't, like, I know for me, I look around sometimes, I'm like, I have a child. I'm a mother. I'm an entrepreneur of multiple 6-figure businesses. I'm a published author. Like, I'm this whole full adult. And at times I still feel like a 16-year-old. And I'm like, how did that happen? Who let me have this level of adulthood and responsibility? And I sometimes, that catches up with me, and I sometimes look around and go, when am I going to feel like I've made it? But the great secret is you've already made it. You're already it. You already have it. It's now letting yourself see that. It's consciously choosing to see that. It's choosing that and choosing the confidence that carries day in and day out. And that's what's going to multiply the money for you. I'm really excited for you. I feel like you are going to be an unstoppable force is what I'm getting. You are going to be this crazy unstoppable force who does so much in your lifetime and unlocks so much when you actually start to lean into this confidence and truly activate it. Oh yeah, and then of course we have here 4 of Pentacles. This feeling of insecurity around money, career, right? Insecurity is the word that's coming through for you here. Insecurity with our 4 of Pentacles around your finances, but especially around what you're capable of. If you feel like the world is stacked against you, like you can't rise above where you are, or this threshold that's been set for you, it's like all of that again is coming from, that's the ego talking. It's this limitation you put on yourself to stay small, to not have to stand out, to not have to change anything, right? But that's, again, I'm seeing that's a thing of the past, and what the future is for you is very much this Ace of Swords with this breakthrough. I see you having huge breakthrough, right? We even have mental clarity and focus here again. This was focus, right? There is so much, and even success. Oh my goodness. I see you ending up a couple years from now in a very different place. I see that you can't even predict at this point in life from your current vantage point what this massive success ahead of you is going to look like. I see it being like a totally different life path for you than the one you're currently on. I see it being this, like a different business, a different industry, a different niche or job entirely. Like, you can't even predict where you're going to end up. I'm getting like 2 to 5 years from now. It's going to be phenomenal. It's going to be great. You're going to be so fulfilled in it, because this confidence is going to open doors you didn't even know existed, let alone thought they were locked, right? It's just going to open so much for you when you lead with that and lead with just trusting your own wings. For some reason, I'm getting that you won't be for everyone, right? Sources just want to remind you, you won't be for everyone. So don't let anyone else's opinion of you dictate your confidence in yourself, right? Just be blindly confident in yourself. And I don't even want to say blindly, because you have the goods to back it up, right? That keeps coming through. But you're just going to get this totally new breakthrough, this new vision, this new focus, this new drive, this new direction in your life, in your career, and in your finances, once you start to cultivate this confidence within yourself, truly. Deck 2. And it's gonna unlock so much. So that's really it. That's how you multiply your money and speed up your money manifestations. Is, oh my goodness, just like, life is so short. Deck 2. Please do not waste one more moment of it doubting your greatness and doubting what you're capable of. I would much rather, this is me speaking personally to you, I would much rather you bet on yourself and fail a couple times than never ever bet on yourself and not know that love and that joy that comes from just having your own back. There will be times when you fall, when you fail, when things don't go the way you think they will, when people will say, why are you so confident? You shouldn't be that way. It's all just stuff helping you get on the right path. It's all other people projecting onto you their fears about themselves. It's nothing to do with you or anything that says that you can't have what you want. It's all redirection. It's all a chance for you to, again, extract the goodness and the amazingness from yourself. Like, there is so much available to you, and it's just believing in yourself that you can figure out or grow or rise to any occasion, that you've got what it takes, and then sharing that with the world, presenting that face, that confidence to the world, and the way the world reacts to you shifts. It's the truth of it. That's really exciting. There's so much success available for you, so much coming your way. All right, my deck 2s. I know, I almost feel incomplete finishing this reading for you, honestly, if I'm being truthful, because I know how hard it is to just have someone say, just be confident. Just be confident. But this is something you cultivate, right? That's the word I kept using. Little by little. But really, sit down if you feel like this hasn't activated that confidence in you yet. After this video, when you have some time, sit down 30, 60 minutes or more. Really write out everything you can think of that you've overcome, that you've figured out in life, that you've grown around, that you've achieved. Everything, big and small. This should take a while. Whether it's losing weight, figuring out how to code something, graduating university, learning to read when you were a kid, right? Like learning to speak, like all the skills, this should take a while. I don't expect you to get every single thing, but you get what I'm saying. It's like big and small, innate, hard skills, soft skills, external, whatever. It's like everything. Paying off debt, healing wounds, right? Like everything you can think of. And then look at that list and really take it in and appreciate how much you have, how much you are, and how much you have to offer the world. And start, if you need to look at that list every day, do it. If you need to make a new list every day, do it. If you need support in doing this sort of thing and building up this trust in yourself, this is a lot of what we do in the Wealthified membership. Also, a lot of my programs speak to some of this, especially I'm thinking like Money Matrix helps you foster this trust in yourself over time in aligned actions with money. If you like human design and money, that's one of my ones on sale. So, all right, deck 2. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and comment below letting me know what you took from it and how it resonated. I really do appreciate getting to see your comments and hearing how these readings connect with you. The comments on my last video blew me away. I know you guys are always so supportive, but the interest you had in more about my collective with my Arrow Collective and my channeling and just the messages that came through directly from them in the last video just really got me in the feels in the best way. And I just so appreciate your support and your comments. So thank you. If you comment, it really means the world to me. Now, if you are not already subscribed to my channel, you are more than welcome to do so for future card readings for abundance. If you want to shop my 6 years in business anniversary sale to get my most popular money, human design, and business programs at the lowest prices they've been all year, plus the chance to grab one of the few spots I have left to work with me privately at up to 50% off. The link for the sale is in the description and pinned comment below. I will also put a link for the Wealth by membership below if you're looking for more community and daily tools for manifesting more wealth into your life, including exclusive daily mini money readings from me, monthly money manifestation challenges, and so much more. And if you want to order your copy of the Wealthy Woman Oracle deck, so you can get divine guidance on demand for all things money and abundance, that link is below as well. And with all of that being said, I'm wishing you massive prosperity, abundance, and unbridled confidence. Deck 2. And I'll see you in another video very soon. Bye. Hello, deck number 3. It is 333 right now, time-wise for me, while I'm recording deck 3's pile. So some nice confirmation. We are in alignment. We are going to dive into your reading to see what you can do to multiply your money. I'm looking for guidance for you around how you can focus on one thing or tweak something or make some changes, do more of something that will allow you to 10 times your wealth, 10 times your income, 10 times your money manifestations and the speed that they come to you at. So very excited for this reading. Just a heads up as we start to shuffle here that my 6-year business anniversary sale is happening now through June 21st. So just a couple more days. My most popular programs are on sale at ridiculously low price points. And I'm offering some really rare, oh my goodness, let's shuffle these to get your cards. Some really rare opportunities to work with me privately at up to 50% off. So those are filling up. There's only a couple of those left. But I will put the link for my 6-year sale below for you to check out all things money manifestation, human design, and more that are on sale right now. It's been really fun to get to share these offerings with you all at a discount price and see so many of you snatch them up. So let's see now what we have. Blood Moon Courage. Oh my goodness. Night Moon Shadow Work, and we have New Moon Beginnings. Oh my goodness, my loves. Wow. All right, deck 3. So since we're reading here for what you can do to 10 times your money, to call more money in, right? Thing you can focus on or shift or change. I'm getting that you are at the start of something new. So maybe a new job, maybe a new business, maybe a new outlook on life, right? Like there's something new in your life, especially related to your career or finances. You might be in a new, like money manifesting routine. There's something new that you're embarking on. I get for most of you, you've already started this. Right? Again, new job, maybe it's even a new job hunt, right? But there's some sort of new beginning you've already stepped into. A few of you watching, I'm getting this will be something that's coming very, very, very soon for you in the next few days or week, right? Like a new beginning of some sort. I see it being a really positive experience, a new beginning overall. I feel like going into it, you have a lot of this conviction, a lot of excitement for what's to come. I feel like for some of you, it's been kind of like a journey to get to this point. So it's very exciting times, but I do see that what's ahead, the journey ahead, is going to kick up some shadows for you, some triggers. I want to be clear here. I'm not seeing anything negative happening in terms of this is a really difficult journey. This is all these obstacles in your path. I'm not seeing any of that. I'm not seeing any, pain or, danger or anything. I'm really seeing that this new path you're embarking on, this new chapter, this new beginning, is going to kick a lot up within you internally, right? It's going to bring a lot of things to the surface that are going to be kind of almost necessary for you to have the courage to look at and to work through, do that shadow work, do that healing, get honest with yourself about certain things. I get for a lot of you, you'll kind of see where you're starting to hold yourself back or where you've been maybe self-sabotaging for a long time without realizing it. I see you getting a lot more honest with yourself. And so my collective is giving me this guidance to give you of saying this path that you're on, that you're embarking, this new beginning, very exciting. a lot of potential, a lot of opportunities on it. I see like all these paths branching out from one path is this image I'm getting, like almost like a tree, right? But it's like where you have so many different choices ahead of you, and which is in a good way. You have so many opportunities ahead of you. You have so many potentials ahead. Like this new beginning that you're on is really opening up a lot of possibility, which is fantastic, right? But in some ways, having so much possibility can be overwhelming because, like I said, there will be a lot of choices, and there will be just so much that is called forth from you, is brought to the light as you embark on this path, right? I will say, I feel like some of these cards are cards I have not seen. I don't think I've ever seen this new beginning, this new moon beginnings card come out of this deck. So this is very special for you. There's also, because we have courage here with our blood moon, red, and a lot of red here. And we also have these tigers, right? Like that, to me, very courageous, very bold. But I'm also getting with all this red is like that root chakra, like working on a lot of grounding yourself so that you can find that courage, because I'm getting the guidance that you have the courage and the tools you need to face all these almost inner demons that are going to come up, or these things that are going to come up that are ready to be healed or loved, or, you know, these things for you. I'm seeing you have all those tools and you have the courage within you. It's just about summoning it up, right? If you need a mantra, this is so cool. That's, oh my gosh, I didn't realize we had raw tiger's eye was your crystal that you picked. And we have tigers. This is not a deck full of tigers, you guys. This is a moon deck. Like, that's crazy. And tiger's eye is also a great stone for abundance. Having courage, and also like the eye of the tiger, right? Focus and courage. Focusing on courage. Oh my goodness, there's so much coming through for you. The more you can focus on building up your courage to look within and tackle anything that comes up from within, any limiting beliefs, any negativity, any self-doubt, any self-sabotaging behaviors, the more you can have the courage and be focused on courage to tackle those things head on and not stick your head in the sand around them, then the faster you are going to move to more and more money than you thought possible. Like that's really at this in this season of life, the thing for you to be focusing on is courage to look within, courage to focus on what keeps coming up for you. Anything that creates resistance, negativity, a sense of limitation within yourself, self-doubt, imposter syndrome, right? If that's one that resonates with you, go watch deck 2, because we talked a lot about that in deck 2. But this is a time for you to be looking at those things. They're coming up so that you can heal them, because they're the things that are stopping you from getting to your next level, to all the wealth you desire. And so the universe is like, let's kick them all up in the best way possible. Again, this path is very exciting. I don't see tragedy ahead of you that's going to kick this up, which often happens to redirect us. I'm just seeing that it's like you're going to start to see these things come up to the surface, and it's a beautiful opportunity the universe is giving you. Your higher self is giving you, is what I'm getting, to work through the things and rid yourself of the things once and for all that have been holding you back from the wealth, the success, the lifestyle you want for far too long. That's what I'm getting for you. I'm really excited for you. Also, I was going to say, if you need a mantra, right, which it makes me laugh almost, right? But it's a great one. And you're welcome to create a different mantra, a different affirmation. But if you need a mantra to help you tap into this energy, right? And this courage is like just saying, I have the courage of a tiger, right? I have the courage of a lion even. But yeah, I have the courage of a tiger, or I awaken the tiger within me, or the tigress within me. Ooh, there's something there for some of you, right? And if that doesn't resonate, that's fine, just leave it. But really anchoring into that courage. If you have a word of the year, or word of the month, word of the season of life, considering, having courage be the word, the focal point through which you do everything, right? But this focus on courage is what's going to carry you through and help you multiply that money. It's interesting, right? When we talk about courage, we're often like, how's courage call in more wealth? When you have courage to look within, you can heal the things that are blocking you, right? From the light you desire. We've already talked about that. But also, you have courage to act on the things that you know are meant for you, and to take that bold, fierce, courageous action to get outside your comfort zone. And that's everything you want, is outside your comfort zone, because you're very comfortable with what you have now. Even if you are uncomfortable because you feel like you don't have the financial or career reality you desire, you know what that is. There's that part of you, that egoic part, that knows what this is like to not have what you want, and that's, it's comfortable there, even if you're uncomfortable in it. Overall, there's a part of you that's comfortable there. So courage, really, for you in this case, the way it's going to unlock more abundance for you is it's going to help you overcome the part of you that's comfortable with not having what you truly desire, and get out of your comfort zone and look at the shadowy parts of yourself that are ready to be healed. And then you can step into that new beginning, right? The new chapter you truly want, right? So very, very cool start to our reading here. Deck 3. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of courage. So focusing on doing everything you can with courage. What would the most courageous version of yourself do in any given situation? If you were 10 times more courageous than you think you are, what would you do next? What would you do in this situation, in that situation, right? Like asking yourself that all the time. Wealth wounds. A lot of healing for you, right? This is going to be a very healing path for you. Again, I talked about, healing, releasing those things that are blocking you from the abundance you desire. There's just so much healing that's available to you. And this will be a very healing path if you look for opportunities to heal, especially healing your relationship with money, right? Or maybe even your relationship with success and work-life balance. But I think for most of you, what I'm getting is that this is a beautiful opportunity to heal your relationship with money, heal also the things you're not willing to look at, right? And this will be in and of itself an exercise in healing the fear of looking within. Because look, I see we have these two people here in my Wealthy Woman deck. They're looking away from each other, right? They're not looking within, they're looking outside. They're looking away from what's within, right? They don't have that, what I'm seeing here in the way these cards came out. It always changes in the way they come out, the story they tell together. But I'm seeing this clear image of there's been an avoidance for you of looking within. Even if you've done a lot of introspective and healing, there's like at least one thing I'm seeing in there that you haven't wanted to look at and you've avoided, whether consciously or not. And I get it, we all have that. But my collective is saying this coming up these next few months, this new path that you're on, it's so aligned, it is so positive, and it's going to give you this opportunity to actually look within and look at the thing or things that you've been avoiding within yourself that are now ready to be released so that the money you want can come in greater and faster than ever before. Wow. Really, really cool. I am so excited for you. You're going to grow so much from this. You're going to grow so much from this. Deck 3. You will become unrecognizable later in life. I also will say if you feel like healing is a big part of your trajectory, later on you may want to come back and watch deck 1 from this video. It was very much about healing, but that's, I feel like, where you're headed after you actually start looking within. But if you want to kind of get that preview of where you're headed, and deck 1 called to you, right, at all, and you haven't watched it, then that's something to look at. We also have wasp spirit. Sometimes life stings. Again, my collective saying, it's not always going to feel good looking at these things within, right? It's not always going to feel good. But when you actually start looking at it, you start to feel relief, right? You start to feel relief because you're actually finally naming what it is that you've been avoiding or not wanting to look at, right? We have watch your words with parrot spirit here. When we think about, like, watch your words is often, especially in readings, like your words create your reality. But I'm getting here, which is really fascinating. If you're not sure what you haven't been looking at and what shadows are coming up for you to heal and all of that, start paying attention to the words you use. Start paying attention to what you're saying day to day to other people. Start paying attention to how much do you complain about money, about your job, about that one coworker. what is that reflecting? What are your words reflecting about what's going on inwardly within you? Do you feel powerless? Do you feel powerless around money or in your job? Do you feel blocked? Do you feel like the cards are stacked against you? Like, what are the things that your words are a symptom of almost? And your words are actually going to be your greatest teacher for cluing you into what healing, what growth, what releasing can take place. Again, I keep coming back to and saying this, but it's like, I want to reiterate that this is not at all a negative reading. This is a very exciting reading. It's like the heavy lifting of the inner work, right, is what you're going to be focusing on and having the courage to do it. But the beautiful thing here is that, whenever I give a reading like this, I saw another 333 for you came through on my phone. Oh my goodness, deck 3, so much alignment. Here's the thing. When I give a reading like this, where I'm like, wow, there's a lot of inner healing to do, there's a lot to shed, you're going to have to go through this kind of discomfort of looking at the things you haven't wanted to look at. When I give a reading like this, I get very excited because in my 6+ years of doing this work, of working with literally thousands of people to manifest more wealth into their lives, in the capacity of business, in the capacity of, like tarot readings, it's like, I've done it all. And what I can tell you is that when people get a reading like this, when people start doing this immense, I'm almost seeing like this unearthing, like almost like an excavator, unearthing these things that have just been weighing you down, these boulders, these limiting beliefs, these habits, these subconscious blocks that have been weighing you down for so long. I'm getting for a lot of you, it's also generational like wounds or traumas around money that you've adopted and held on to from your family, your lineage, or maybe past lives. But all of those things that are ready to be released, when I see people doing that work, when this is their reading, when this is what they embark on, they see the most radical change the fastest, because you'd be amazed how much energy holding on to, again, those boulders, those rocks, those stones, that's the metaphor of limiting beliefs, limitations, right? Blocks. It takes so much energy to hold those, more than you realize, every day. If you've been feeling drained all the time, if you're feeling tired or burnt out, part of it is because a lot of it, your energy on a subconscious level, is going to reinforcing and holding old beliefs, old stories around money that you've outgrown. And you're trying to like force them to stay and to hold them and to have those things fit you and fit in pieces they don't fit anymore. And when you free that up, when you finally look at what you've been avoiding and you can name it and then you can heal it or even just simply release it, you all of a sudden free up all of this energy and make all this space to receive more money in and also to take the aligned action that will call it in. So it's like, I am so excited for you because massive changes are ahead, and I see it in a very short amount of time. Like 6 months is really what's standing out to me. I'm not seeing that you have to go through 6 months of inner healing, though it might be about that long. I think the heaviest part of it's going to be up front is what I'm getting in the first next 3-ish months. But then from there, like, and even along that way, the money is going to start coming in as you're looking at this stuff. But then it really just like bursts and you almost kind of quantum leap around the 3 or 6 month mark. So really, really cool. Now is a lucky time with Rabbit Spirit, right? Now is a lucky time. What did I just say? This isn't a heavy reading. This is a positive reading. This is so exciting. You're on such a, like I said at the beginning, you're on such a new path with so many boundless potentials and options and opportunities for money to flow to you, opportunities for wealth, opportunities for fulfillment and joy and freedom. There is so much ahead of you. You are on such a great and blessed path is what I'm getting. I'm also getting like your ancestors like applauding. They're like, yes, yes, yes. You finally arrived at the path. That's what I'm getting, which is funny. I don't normally get those sorts of images. Which is very cool. So a lot of really cool stuff for the deck 3. Let's see what else. What else for deck 3? We have Tell Shame to Suck It. Very interesting. I'm getting, and again, this is a 3. I'm getting for you deck 3. That shame might be one of the big things that you haven't had the courage to look at, or that you're being someone having the courage to look at more deeply now. Like, so where do you hold any shame around money? Deck 3, do you hold shame around how much you make or don't make? Do you have any shame around how much you work or don't work? Do you have any shame about the job you have or don't have? Do you have shame around past choices around money? Do you have shame, like where's any shame related to money or career? And where can you see that shame is an illusion? It's a projection of your fears. It's a projection of other people's rules that come from their own fears around money or life, and the weird random rules our society has created and our culture has created around what makes someone successful or valuable, which is all BS and all an illusion. Where do you have any shame, and where can you see through that lie? Where can you see through the illusion of shame? Where can you tell shame to suck it? Also, I want to point out we have 2 parrots here. Could be another confirmation or sign for you, or a sign you continue to see after this reading. I'm also getting the world is mimicking back to you. Like parrots, right? They mimic, right? World is mimicking back to you the shame you feel within yourself. So any again, adversity you felt recently in the last 3 to 6 months or years, 3 years for most of you. Most of that adversity you felt to money or blocks around it, they've all been opportunities that the universe has given you to identify and release the shame. And for many of you, you've done that on some levels, but now it's like the final level. I'm almost getting like this is in video game speak, the final boss, right? This is the final level. I'm seeing this new path is leading you to close out this old cycle of any sort of shame you have and really lay it to rest once and for all and release it and move forward and make space for so much more abundance and so much more peace within yourself. And so much more of a sense of worthiness and deservingness around money. Truly. I am so excited for you. Check 3. Become an alchemist. We had the alchemist card in a previous pile too. So a lot of this transmutational energy for you. Deck 3. You're going to be transforming and transmuting so much. Honestly, even can you have the courage to look at your shame, face it head on. Any shame. And when I say shame, it's like any guilt, any doubt of your worthiness, any weird external metric that you're using to judge whether you're successful enough or good enough or qualified enough or can feel good about yourself or feel hopeful about the future. Like what external thing or past thing are you looking at and building any sort of shame or, self-doubt around it? And how can you alchemize that into a true superpower, honestly? How can you alchemize that into wisdom? Alchemize that into a more supportive, expansive, beautiful story. For some reason, the question, what is it that you fear? Deck reading, that's coming through as I'm shuffling your last cards here. What is it that you fear? And how can you see that your greatest fear has either already come to pass without you realizing and you survived and you're fine, or that it's actually not even something to fear at all and something that you can, again, alchemize or transmute into a motivator or inspiration or into something that is more positive, right? Expansive keeps coming up. Yep, we have our 6 of Swords here, which is all about, moving on to calmer waters, right? Is one of the keywords on here. Transitions, leaving behind. You're leaving the shame behind. You're leaving behind the old stories of struggle. You're leaving behind all of that. And all it's going to take from you, the only thing you have to focus on is courage. Courage, courage, courage. That's like the word of the day, the word of the week, the word of the month, the word of the year for you. We also have our King of Swords. Lots of swords energy for you. There's so much... Again, I talked about inner world, your mental, your mindset around money. Is a lot of that with our swords, right? Like you have this, you're stepping into more mental clarity to higher standards for yourself, right? To this kind of almost no nonsense attitude toward your inner saboteur, honestly. Like I see you leaving behind, again, closing out that cycle or in that holding on to shame or anything like that, but also this leaving behind and this closing out of the cycle of your inner saboteur getting to hold any sway or power over you through means of shame or guilt or self-depreciation or anything like that. Like, I just see you really stepping into your own in the coming months here. Like, really undergoing such a beautiful inner transformation that you're going to come out so much more, like, with this King of Swords energy. You're going to be so much more solid and grounded in your mind, so much more solid and grounded in who you are and what you're here to do, and you're going to bring that conviction into whatever new career or money venture you're embarking on right now. And that's why, wow, okay, this new beginning we talked about at the start of the reading, this new path you're on, this new chapter you're starting, this new journey you're going on, right? A journey. It's going to succeed where other journeys and other ventures you went on failed in the past, because you're going to become different along this journey as long as you have the courage. And that's why what you're doing now will have different results than anything you've done before, meaning more abundance, more prosperity coming in greater quantities and faster than ever before. So again, at the end of the day, the courage to face those inner demons, those inner sabotaging thoughts, those inner lies, right? Those illusions that the ego creates using shame behind them. Your courage to look at all of that and examine it and see things differently, and the courage to see yourself and all that you've become and all the wisdom you've gained, that's really what you can focus on to 10 times multiply your wealth, your income over the next, for you, 3 to 6 months. Really, really beautiful. My goodness, deck 3. There's so much, again, grounded power here. And I want to come back to, again, talking about chakra real quick, like that. The root chakra keeps coming up for me here to communicate with you. Of just like, if you ever feel like you don't have the courage that you need to look at your inner stuff, you keep avoiding it, you don't want to do the healing work, the journaling work, any of that, focus on doing some root chakra healing. You can Google stuff, you can YouTube stuff, but even I like to visualize, that root chakra at the base of your spine, your tailbone, and really just tuning into that area, feeling into it, and seeing that red light there, and then, focusing on, you can imagine roots growing out from your tailbone and into the earth and grounding you, and then pulling up nutrients from Mother Earth into your root chakra. Or you can see light come down through the crown of your head and into your root, or from all around you, from the universe, and really stabilizing, growing that light there. So that's some work. Also, anything anywhere where you feel unsafe around money or unstable around money, that's root chakra work as well, if you're doing chakra work with money. Security, safety, survival, that sort of stuff with money. So if you feel like there's anything in your financial situation or reality, you're on this new path, or with these inner demons coming up that's around, like the fears of not having enough, not being able to feed yourself or house yourself or clothe yourself or your family or things like that, those are the things to really look at and get to the root of those problems. And the root of those beliefs or those fears, and even, do whatever actions you need to do to feel more secure in the 3D, the physical reality, strategically around money, but also creating that sense of security within yourself, right? You can give yourself the feeling of security in each moment, because most of the time you're not actually making decisions around money or doing things around money. We're just, thinking about it a lot and trying to figure out answers to solutions. Can you instead, when you don't need to be making money decisions or actions, can you instead be giving yourself that sense of security, tapping into it? I like to see it as, I almost see myself laying in like this web of the universe, and the universe giving me, like supporting me, right? And creating this security. And you can do that for yourself to create that sense of security, to receive it in and welcome it in. And then from that place, take actions, to make money, to find solutions to any problems around finances or career, and to also, from that place, summon up the courage to then look at the inner stuff you need to look at. So just some kind of more practical exercises, I guess, that came through for you there. But there you go, deck 3. This is a really, really cool reading. There's such big things ahead for you. I'm so excited. But I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and comment below letting me know what you took from this reading and how it resonated. I always really appreciate getting to see your comments and hearing how these readings connect with you. It truly means the world to me. Your comments, especially on my last video, where I was talking about the message from the Orions, from my Arrow Collective, and more about them. Like, your comments blew me away and brought me to tears in the best possible way, of just the support and the interest, and how much my messages mean to you all. So you guys mean the world. Thank you so much for your support and for your comments. Now, you are, of course, if you're not already, welcome to subscribe to my channel for future card readings for abundance. If you want to shop my 6 years in business anniversary sale to get my most popular money, human design, and business programs at the lowest prices they've been all year long, plus the chance to grab one of the few spots I have left to work with me privately at up to 50% off, the link for the sale is in the description and pinned comment below. I will also put the link for the info for the Wealth Vibe membership below if you're looking for more community and daily tools for manifesting more wealth into your life. This includes exclusive mini money daily readings from me, monthly money manifesting challenges, and so much more. And if you want to order your copy of the Wealthy Woman Oracle deck so you can get divine guidance on demand for all things money and abundance, the link for that is also below. With all of that being said, I'm wishing you massive prosperity, abundance, healing, and courage. Deck 3. And I'll see you in another video very soon. Bye.